Welcome to the day 3 of the Labrynth to Lord Stanley coverage. My collar up here for my denim shirt kind of looks effed up, fucked up, and I'm completely okay with that. Let's get started. The first game featured the Ottawa Senators and the Montreal Canadiens, and there's good reason why I picked the Ottawa Senators over the Montreal Canadiens in 7 games. Senators goaltender Craig Anderson is simply outstanding when it comes to making saves. He was 48 for 50 last night. And Ottawa's PK was better than Montreal's heading into the postseason. Erik Karlsson scored first in this series. He deserves a lot of credit because he's mainly been an offensive defender over the years. This time around, he's more of a defensive defender with the improved PK and the aggressive physical hitting. So you're starting to see him master his skill set as a two-way defender playing both ends. Montreal scored on the power play. They gained the lead at one point after Ottawa kept tallying goals. In the third period, they kept adding goals to their scoring count. And the main story to take away from this game was Lars Eller's injury. It was pretty severe. It wasn't anything exciting, but that's the main headline that people are going to talk about heading into Game 2. And Montreal has to win Game 2 at home. It's a must-win. I really didn't panic or overreact after some of the teams lost in Game 1. Thing is, Montreal was hosting Game 1, and when you host Game 1, there's an expectation for you to win. So now there's this increased pressure to win Game 2 at home. Otherwise, you're going home, you're out of the playoffs, and you'll have to win 2 games on the road, and that's very difficult situation to be in. Ottawa has to be excited that they gained the momentum early on. The New York Rangers faced the Washington Capitals, and the Rangers got off to a good start. They led 1-0 after the first period. Alexander Ovechkin evened the game with a power play goal, and at that point, Washington gained the momentum. Brian Holtby's saves limited what the Rangers did. And the most annoying aspect about this game was the siren that went off at the Verizon Center. And that siren can really be annoying sometimes because it's the Verizon Center sound and the whole thing. If you've ever watched a Capitals game and the Capitals score a goal, there's this sound that goes off. It sounds like an FBI siren. And it's probably the most annoying aspect about the Washington Capitals in general. Maybe you don't know what I'm talking about, but go watch a Capitals game and you'll see what I mean. But Washington won, the siren went off, Ovechkin scored on the power play, and the Capitals are up 1-0 in that series. The third game featured the Los Angeles Kings and the St. Louis Blues. First period, Los Angeles responded hoping to even the series at 1. Dustin Brown scored a power play goal with Mike Richards and Anze Kopitar generating assists. LA Kings, they maintained this momentum through the first 2 periods. Jonathan Quick looked like the Quick of old in the first game before all these bad plays haunted him. And third period, Patrick Berglund tied this game at 1. This gives the Blues some hope. 50.2 seconds left in the third. Barrett Jackman scores off a wrist shot. The Blues win and take a 2-0 series lead. Most people are going to say Jonathan Quick's a choke artist, or some pundits are going to say that. No, he's not, okay? St. Louis has just been clutch in this series, and that's really all you can say. This series could have easily gone either way, and the Blues have been clutch. In Game 1, they capitalized on the Kings' errors. In Game 2, they got hot in the third period. They delivered in the clutch. And they gained that 2-0 series lead and took care of business at home. So now they just got to go into the Staples Center, win 1 or 2, so that in Game 5 they could seal the deal. But I picked the Blues to win this series in 6 games. Someone wrote, will the Blues sweep the Kings? When the playoffs first started, I said the Blues would win in 6. That's what I'm going to stick to, but it's starting to look like the Blues are going to end this series in 4 or 5 games. So Daryl Sutter, whoever's coaching the Kings, it's not Sutter, but Kings head coach has to get this team to play better for Game 3 because you can't go down 3-0 and expect to win. It rarely happens in sports. So, the Blues have to win this series, but the Kings have to step up to the plate, win Game 3, take care of business, and go back to St. Louis, evened up at 2-2 or 3-1. But the Kings have to win a game at the Staples Center. That's the bottom line. Final game featured the Detroit Red Wings and the Anaheim Ducks. Pavel Datsyuk passes the puck to Justin Adelkater. Adelkater scores off a wrist shot, giving the Red Wings a 1-0 lead. Damian Brunner with another wrist shot, putting Detroit up 2-0 after one period. Second period, Johan Franzen with a power play goal. That would be his first of 2 power play goals. And after those 2 power play goals occurred, the Red Wings would gain a 4-0 lead. 4-1 in the third, Ryan Getzlaf scores off a backhanded shot. 4-2 Red Wings. 4-3 Red Wings lead the Ducks. Bobby Ryan scores with 2:23 left in the third period to tie it up at 4. Overtime occurred. Gustav Neusitt scores on the power play, which gave the Red Wings the win, evening the series at 1. All I would like to say is that Mike Babcock did an outstanding job helping the Detroit Red Wings recover after they lost Game 1. And Bruce Boudreau, Teemu Selanne, that was a good Game 1. There were power play goals everywhere. And in Game 2, the Detroit Red Wings took control. They evened the series. They really showed Anaheim that we're the team to beat. You guys better look out for us. And this series is going back to Joe Louis Arena with the Red Wings looking like they're the team to beat. Because in Game 1, game was basically decided on power play goals. And Game 2, the Red Wings showed up. They showed that they can be the team with momentum in this series. And it's 1-1. You're going back to Joe Louis Arena. So Anaheim's got to win one of those 2 games on the road in order to make this a best-of-3, 7-game kind of series. And that's what I could see this series boiling down to. So I think it's going to be interesting. I thought Chicago, Pittsburgh, and Anaheim would be the 3 teams most likely to sweep their opponents. That's not going to be the case with the Anaheim Ducks. And with this series, Detroit winning, this series looks pretty exciting so far. For more information, check out draftutopia.com's Hockey Utopia section. This is Chris Ransom signing off.